Good morning. We've been trying to stay pretty busy during this coronavirus season and getting a lot of work done. One thing on our list was to demolish or run the demolition for two 1920s homes in the downtown area. And they were eyesores, they were boarded up, and really had so much termite and rot damage that they could not be brought back to life. I wish they had been, but instead we had to demolish them and cart off the pieces and try and recycle as much as possible. So this is the story of the two 1920s homes. Demolition began with the rental of an excavator from Sunbelt. This is a mini excavator. Holds about 10 gallons of diesel fuel, and it's actually not all that noisy. It's probably sounded a little bit noisy to us right on the job site, but to the neighbors it actually wasn't noisy at all. It was probably noisier when the people came to empty the dumpsters. That probably made a lot more noise. We started the project at 8 a.m. on Saturday morning and worked Saturday until 6 p.m. We were able to take down the first smaller house on the left, the teal house, along with all the tin roofs that we set aside for someone to recycle. And each of these homes had several small additions. I believe they were built in 1920. I think they were supposed to be homes for teachers or local workers, so they were not terribly expensive homes and had been added on to over the years. We were able to start on the first day with the demolition of the second house and bring some of it to the ground. Well, I don't have much to say about today except that it was filthy work. Absolutely filthy. Wow, yeah, it was filthy. My arms are filthy, my legs are filthy. There were parts of the houses that had been burned, so there was a lot of charred wood in the air. If I blow my nose, it's probably going to be black goop. I don't even know how dirty my clothes are. How bad are they? Oh, yeah. Pretty dirty. We got one house down, and second house is down except for about the back third of it, and we ordered 2 dumpsters. We thought that was going to be enough, so we ordered 2 more, and we still need a 5th. So 5 dumpsters. Boy, I'm ready to have a good shower and scrub, so I'll continue tomorrow. How dirty are you?
Pretty dirty. Pretty dirty.
Pretty dirty. All right, before everybody gets here, I'm going to give you a quick look through. There is dumpster number 1, 2, 3, I think, and the excavator rented from Sunbelt. There is most of the second house, and back there is the roof, which ended up being a lot longer than we thought it would be. And here is dumpster number 4. Dumpster 1 and 2 were already hauled away. So this is the scene. Now back behind that dumpster, we've got all the metal piled because some metal scrappers are recycling that, which we're really proud about. And down there we've got a bunch of the foundation blocks we're kind of hanging on to them, thinking we might use them on the seawall because it's really hard to get that heavy of a block anymore. So this might go into my truck at the end of the day. But this is the quiet before it starts to get noisy. We were so dirty yesterday. Filthy. Turned out in the roof of this one there had been some fire damage, and so there was just black charcoal going everywhere. So time to set up the tent, bleeding control kits first, all the fire extinguishers, and get everything ready for the day. Brought with us an enormous cooler full of ice water, my medic first aid kit with some augmented items from North American Rescue, 5 kitty fire extinguishers. We just wanted to be sure and be safe. Anytime anybody's operating equipment, we like to make sure that we've got plenty of bleeding control with us. He's pretty good at folding laundry.
Yeah.
Just kind of folding it up like a cardboard box. Yep. What are you trying to do to it?
I'm trying to pull a spark plug. That's what I'm trying to do. And my spark plug wrench is not the right size. All of see, that's the way it should be, just easily cranking, and that's what I was not seeing yesterday.
Like you said, learn something new every day. Okay, this is what I am amazed at. Over here, there was a pile of metal from the roof, pipes, wires, anything like that. And I was going to show it to you this morning, but the man who was going to take it home and wait till the price goes up and recycle it, he's already gotten it. And this is where there was a secondary pile. And I mean, he must have worked till nearly midnight because it was all the metal off of the roofs from several houses that had been added to over and over. So I am thrilled that that will be recycled. The next bit of recycling also was very, very good. Our friend Charles came and got some of the 2x4s and some of the other wood, a couple doors with really nice old hardware on them, and who will be building something wonderful like a gate, and I don't know what else, but these were some really big timbers, and I was really glad for them to be recycled and repurposed and put to good use. Okay, most exciting find so far was a Sentry safe. Unfortunately, it was empty. I thought it'd be full of $100 bills or gold jewelry, but no. However, destruction continues. House number 2, and I'm busy raking dirt back there, trying to make it so that we can pick up all the little pieces. Mr. Webb on that, Bill on the dumpster, everybody else trying to avoid heat stroke. That dumpster's pretty full. Got so much stuff here on the ground that we still have to pick up. It's a very exciting find, a shotgun. We briefly considered maybe it had been used in the crime, and then we realized no, it had been hidden either in the floor or it had been in the wall, and when the house was broken apart it just fell down into the dirt, and so that was a finder's keeper. The finder got to keep it. The next really exciting things we kept finding were bottles. These were some Honey Boy bottles from 1920 that I would imagine the people who were constructing the house probably do them on the job site as they were building the house. We found lots of cool bottles. Some of the other things we kept finding were bones. I would imagine most were from meals eaten outdoors and bones chucked aside, but occasionally we found something that looked a little bit more unusual, and I think I matched this one up with a dog bone. That's probably what this was from. Didn't look like anything I'd ever seen on my plate. Alright, I'm here on the job site this morning and I'm a little bit aggravated because we asked the dumpster people to put the dumpsters right next to the pile. There's one dumpster that far away from the pile, which just means a whole lot of extra time and labor getting everything to it. This one's positioned correctly right next to it. The idea was that one dumpster on each side and just pick, throw, pick, throw, pick, throw. But no, not to mention I just passed the place two blocks up the road and they didn't even rent dumpsters. They're simply putting everything at the side on the curb for the city to pick up. So I've just spent about $3,000 on dumpsters while somebody else just puts theirs by the curb and the city picks it up. I'm not real happy this morning. What are you gonna do? Guess it doesn't matter what they do as long as I forge ahead with what I'm doing. I later found out that if you leave things on the side like that, you have to pay for it. So here are all of the rocks and the bricks and the foundation pieces that I did recycle. Alright, I'm not positive if it's worth it, but these are really big, heavy blocks. They weigh, I don't know, 50 or 60 pounds each, and so I'm putting them in the truck to maybe put along the seawall or something. I hate to ask the guy with the excavator to pick them up and put them in here, so I'm just doing it myself, and I guess this counts for my weight-bearing exercise today, right? I'm shaking. Got my my medic first aid kit there, fire extinguisher in the truck, machete, blower, some rakes and stuff, and ready for another day of this. And then there's going to be at least 1 or 2 more days, because even though we've gotten the houses down, there's still a lot of debris on the ground. There's so many rocks and bottles, and I'm going to need to rake all that up and figure out a way to get it up into the dumpsters so that when grass grows I can mow again. Day 3 was a pretty good day for finding kind of like archaeological finds. We were working toward the back of the house, what had been the kitchen, and found a hook. We found a lot of bottles. Oh, we found all sorts of cool stuff back there. Yes, this is the final moving out. When you roll up and you pick up the front steps. Nobody welcome here anymore. Don't come knocking on this door.
What door? Dad knocked and nobody answered, so he tore the walls down.
Right. Goodbye, steps. Oh, there's still room in that dumpster. Good.
God, there's a lot of room in that dumpster. 2 more dumpsters.
Once the excavator was loaded up, I spent another, I think about 3 or 4 hours, and it's hard to tell from these photos, but I raked and raked and raked and raked. They had even dug a hole to bury some of the things. There's some of the metal that I put out for someone to recycle. My truck is full of these blocks and a little bit of debris from some construction behind the house. And I ended up another day absolutely filthy again, but really pleased with the progress. All right, here's the final for today. Found a lot of really cool bottles, including one of my favorite things, an enamel container with repairs that tells you that people really used to cherish and use their stuff. This dumpster is about half to 2/3 full. I have gone over the whole ground with a hard rake. The other dumpster is completely full. There's still some blocks back there. There's a pretty good amount of debris here on the ground that really should come up, but I'm exhausted. Got a pile of roots over here, a bunch of weird metal things for the metal guy to pick up. Yeah, those were big tangles of orange trees from somebody sitting on their front porch eating oranges. So this is what it looks like now. Dumpster on the right will get picked up, dumpster on the left we can still use. I am again about as filthy as they come. The job is almost done. The ground is fairly flat. I think it'll pass inspection. And I'm just dirty and tired and ready to be done with this project. It's a whole bunch of foundation blocks that we can use on our seawall. Okay, I don't know if you can see how dirty I am, but yeah, this is how dirty I am. I am really dirty. Ugh. Yuck, 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 yuck. I can't believe this. Look at this. Sheesh. I can't wait for a good shower. Okay, this doesn't really look like much, but as I've been scratching around, I was thinking, I've got some friends who might want to dig a little bit here and maybe invite book club to come dig here as well. Every time I scratch a little bit more, I find another bottle, and that's pretty cool, some old bottles. So I think that's going to be my goodbye for today. Is thanks for watching, and look for an invitation to come scratch for bottles. I left a few interesting pieces kind of salted here and there as well. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for our next adventure. I'm going to have to recover from this one first. Bye.